Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you, board member. We can't have a religious prayer before you start to read the land acknowledgement.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors.
Out of order. I will read the land acknowledgement.
I will appeal the decision of the chair.
What do I do?
The president runs the meeting and is able to do what she's doing at this point in
Robert's
time.
Rules of Order state, point of order, Robert's Rules of Order states we are allowed to appeal the decision of the chair and it should be brought up to a vote.
We do not have Robert's rules as an absolute guide. It is just to be a slight guidance, so the board president can make that decision.
Thank you. Moving on to the land acknowledgement. The Phoenix Union High School District is responsible for...
You're just trying to get people to go up and say things to be able to be like, oh, look at all these liberals, look at all these activists, look at all these people with their social justice, look at all these SJWs. You're obviously just trying to bait people to come up here and talk about social justice issues so that you can try and make like, oh yeah, see, your arguments are so flawed, because of course we're going to be pissed coming up here trying to talk sense into people who are clearly buying into some clear bullshit. So, yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna give you that's great. I hope you expressed yourself, and that's great. Thank you.
Wait, I also want to know where the open mic is, because
that's it.
You're in front of it.
You're in front of it.
Okay, good.
That was great.
Open mic. I'm glad. You guys are a great audience.
Great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Would it bother you that a company stands to profit a lot of money to get kids to do something they can't reverse?
I think it's bad when a company does anything that is coercive. So in that instance, yes.
Okay, but that's the pusher of this stuff, though. Like the Boston Children's Hospital, Nashville. Hold on. The hospitals stand to make a ton of money.
This is true.
Right?
That's how.
Okay, so does that make you doubt it a little bit? Like, we don't have nationalized health care. You want it, I don't. But okay.
Yeah.
But when I see a big company that is pushing this on kids or stands to benefit from it, then...
When you're saying pushing this on kids, can you elaborate a bit on that?
Yeah, I mean, for example, they are normalizing through donations to transgender groups that this is okay. Donations from pharmaceutical companies to transgender activist groups saying that this is okay for a 15-year-old to be able to do. So, let's find some common ground. Can we at least say, wait till you're 18?
I disagree. I believe that in instances where not getting that surgery could lead to suicide or
okay. So let's ask, this is a provocative question. Do you think they might have other mental health issues besides gender dysphoria?
Oh, yeah, a lot of people.
Okay, why don't we address those first?
A lot of people often do. Most of the people who say are going for these surgeries are already in therapy.
Right, but would you agree that benzodiazepines and other psychiatric medication is probably not the first intervention we should use for kids when they're 14, 15, or 16?
It depends on the level. If someone is actively almost about to kill themselves, I would say...
Okay, fine. It depends is a mature answer, by the way. I respect you for that. Yeah. So my position, I think you'd understand, is kids are worthy of protection.
Yes.
Okay, if you're 20 years old and you're an adult and you want to make this decision, don't call it medicine. You could call it cosmetic.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure, fine.
So, I'm going to go back to circumcision, because this is again a point
okay.
saying. Should we outlaw circumcision until, if someone wanted to get circumcised?
No, because first of all, there's religious reasons for it. Second of all, there is a conflicting... I've actually looked into this quite a lot. There's a conflicting amount of hygienic data, too, saying that it's better to circumcise a child.
Can I ask a question?
But there's other data to oppose it. Sure.
Are you in favor of female genital mutilation?
Absolutely not.
It's a religious practice.
And a rather cruel one.
Yes.
Yes,
I would argue that circumcision is also
there is no medical upside to FGM, though. There is a medical upside potentially for circumcision.
This medical upside is incredibly minimal, though. You admit this yourself, I believe.
I say it's conflicting. So I don't want to spend too much time on the circumcision debate, but closing argument. Go ahead.
I guess my closing argument is trans healthcare is good. I think that fundamentally the best thing for people is people to live their lives with agency, freedom to do what they want.
Can I ask you one question?
Go ahead.
What is a woman?
My simple answer to what is a woman is anyone who identifies as a woman.
No, but what is a woman? No, tell me what the woman. Don't use the answer in the definition, like the definition of the answer. Like, what is the word woman?
Woman is whatever the societal construct of a woman is.
Yeah. So what is that?
Exactly. I guess in the United States we would have certain.
Here, what is a woman?
In America or in a different country?
Answer the question. What is a woman?
In America or in a different country?
We are in America. At least I
If we're in America,
think so.
then what a woman is what we generally perceive to be as such, which would be someone with feminine features, usually defined by XY chromosomes.
So
XX
feminine features.
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody once said, you don't debate someone who's delusional. Instead, you get them treatment. Romans 1 verse 22, claiming to be wise, they instead became utter fools. They thought they were really smart and knew everything, but in the end, they became foolish. Even though they acted like they were wise, they made bad choices and turned away from God, which made them look silly instead of wise. How terrible. They are completely lost. They are completely lost, caught up in a way of life that's leading them down a dangerous and empty path. Yes, it's heartbreaking to watch. It is really. What they truly need more than anything else is a genuine encounter with God. And I'm serious about this. Only He can restore their sense of purpose, heal the brokenness they might not even recognize. They might not even recognize it.
You're doing it as a way of just still trying to be disrespectful because you're refusing to call me he. That's
So
the thing.
you want me to actively call you a boy and call you he?
That's crazy because that's what I just said.
I'm not gonna do it.
It's disrespectful for you to continue to call me she after I told you that's not, like, I'm not comfortable with that at all.
I will call you Cyrus.
As a transgender person, I wear a binder because I can't get the surgery that I want to get. And for me personally, it's also a comfort thing, but also the binders that I'm wearing do a lot of bad things to my body. They constrict my ribs, they make it hard to breathe and other such things. So I don't understand why you would want someone who's not comfortable with their own chest not to just go and get that surgery done if they want to get it done, because to be more gender affirming. I wouldn't be hurting myself as much if I could just go get that surgery now.
I do understand
Well, no, you don't.
where you're coming
You
from.
don't though.
And
You don't know what I'm going through. That's
and
the
I
thing.
think, can you tell me about your childhood?
My childhood. Oh, whoa.
That's a can of worms.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I grew up pretty happy. I have a loving family. They're great. I live with my family, my dad, my stepmom. Like, it's fantastic.
So your
I have a
parents are
sister.
divorced or never together?
No, they were divorced.
They were divorced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Does divorce cause
Does it cause transgender?
people?
Wait. A minute. Are you transgender? Are you
Now
transgender?
I am.
Like, I
So
feel like
first,
that's not
I'm
a factor
sorry.
in there.
What I'm saying
You don't need
is.
to apologize. It's not your fault. Like,
No, I'm not apologizing, saying that I'm responsible for any of that. I'm saying that I'm sorry that your parents didn't stay together and then you were in kind of a broken home. Is that what we would
I wasn't
call
in
that?
a broken home though. My family was quite loving.
When did you decide that you were not a girl?
Probably when I was like younger. Like, it's just feelings and thoughts. Like, watching how other kids react to like when they see a boy growing up, or like they're just boys and such. Like, it's just a wanting thing. Like, I want to be that. I like that. And I like being called he, him.
If I may add a contribution.
So what was? Hold on, I want to get the story.
Oh, yes.
Because I think it matters and it's important. So
I was
I'm not
interrupted
pushing you
prior,
away.
so-
I'm not trying to push you away, but I'm really interested in talking. So I'm being caring, I'm affirming right now.
Yes.
So where would you say, who is the first person you told this to?
Probably my friends.
Your friends?
Yeah.
Okay. And they were all supportive. They're like, oh yeah, like you're totally a boy.
Well, there's always going to be the backlash of like, are you sure? And it takes a while to figure that out for some people. For me, I was like, no, I don't want to be a girl. I want to be a boy, and that's just how it is.
Okay. Do you think that you could do the things boys do, but be a girl at the same time?
So my thing is the fact that everything I do as like a boy is because I'm comfortable as presenting myself as a boy, and I want to do it as a boy. So I can't really speak on that half because I really haven't lived my life as a girl because I don't want to, because I don't want to be a girl.
Why don't you want to be a girl?
There's the fear. There's a lot of things that women face. Ideas of like being afraid of being raped. They're looked let down upon in society. Even things like the pink tax, like stupid stuff like that. For me, I'm not saying that being a woman sucks. Just for me personally, it's not my cup of tea. Just like how you probably don't want to be a boy. Like, I don't want to be a girl.
And what did your parents say when you told them this?
My dad was like, you are so cool, like fantastic. Like he was super supportive of me because he wants me to be happy. And if I'm happy as a boy, then why not live life as a boy? If I'm not happy as a girl, then if I can be a happy boy, then like why the heck not?
Okay. And what is it about being a girl, do you think, I know you said about like you don't want to be a girl because of the rape
well, there's
and
more
everything.
to it than that.
Right.
Obviously, like it's just me a personal thing. I just don't want to be a girl. That's literally it. Like I feel like I don't have to. I shouldn't have to explain it much because.
But what is it about being a girl that is so off-putting that you're wearing binders? You want to get surgery? You want to take? I'm guessing this is a question. Are you wanting to take hormone replacement therapy? Okay. What is it about being a girl that is so off-putting and just so like ugh?
Well, it's not. Yeah. Like I just don't want to be a girl. It's just not.
But why?
Thing.
But why?
I just think like the way that females are presented or the way that they're like hello, oh my god, my bad. The way that they're viewed to, like it's just not my thing. Like I don't want to be viewed as a girl. I don't want to be viewed as like maybe less or how some people look at women and they're like they automatically assume they're above. Like that's not how I want to be looked at. I want to be looked at as a man, and that's just how I'm comfortable as. Like.
Okay. So what is it about a man that you're like, I want to be a man. So I know like you're like I don't. About being a girl, it's like I just don't want to be a girl. Okay, well let's go to what you want to be instead of focusing on the negatives, be the positives. Why do you want to be a man?
There's a lot more privilege to being a man.
So it's like a selfish thing. You're like, I want to be okay,
like,
all right.
Same way people want to be rich because they want to have lots of money. Like I want to be a man. Obviously.
I love the honesty.
Yeah, but also like I just am more comfortable as a boy with the way society views as boys, like all that other stuff. Like if I look at like the way I was treated as a girl versus how I get treated now as like a boy, it's completely different. Things like simple stuff like when girls say like, oh, I want to work on this, or they're like, well, no, you're a girl, you can't be doing that. Or like even like simple stuff is like, oh, like women can't be doctors, even though they technically can. But like if you look at like children's toys and whatnot, it's like, okay, well the man's like, oh, they're doing all this cool stuff, and the girl's like, okay, you're just kind of there in the background. But also like it's just a comfort thing for me. Like I just want to be a boy. Like that's just it.
Okay. Thank you for your time and thank you for explaining that. I think you're perfect the way you are. I think that you are special the way you are.
Okay.
And I think there's nothing wrong with your body.
Okay, you could think that. I don't.
That's
think
the
that,
truth.
Though. And that's all. And all that matters
the
for
way
me is
you
the
are.
fact that I think that.
I will pray for you to.
You don't need to. It's okay.
I will. I will pray for you.
And God, only Him, can lead them into a life of true peace and direction. Only God. And I pray that they find Him before it's too late. Before it's too late. Because time is short and the world isn't getting any better. No, it's not. I absolutely cannot believe that something like this is actually happening. A real debate unfolding before our eyes. It's honestly shocking and somewhat disheartening to witness. Yeah, what a strange and troubling time we now live in. It's very strange, where so many of the fundamental morals and values that once guided us have seemed to be completely forgotten and abandoned. It feels like people are increasingly disconnected from common sense, basic principles of right and wrong. What happened? And the loss of these shared ethical standards is actually evident in the arguments and the ideas that these ladies are presenting. And it's sad. It's a clear sign of how much our culture is struggling to hold on to moral compass in the face of rapid change. It's sad. Where did the common sense go? What happened? I really miss the good old days, the times where there was a clear sense of identity and purpose. Do you remember those days when we knew exactly who we were and what we stood for? Yes, back then there was actually a stronger connection to tradition, to tradition and conservative values. You know, common sense, common understanding of what mattered in life. It felt like people had a solid foundation, a sense of belonging, and confidence in their roles within families and communities at large. But nowadays, it often feels like that clarity and certainty has faded away. It feels that way, and many are left feeling confused without a clear sense of direction at all. Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, always know this. When we attempt to remove God from society, we strip away the moral foundation that holds justice, integrity, and order. That's what happens. That's what happens. Without His guidance, without His word, absolute truth becomes subjective. It becomes subjective, and people begin to define right and wrong based on their own personal opinions or desires rather than a higher standard. And that will lead to moral chaos, confusion, lawlessness, corruption, you name it. And history has shown that societies that distance themselves away from God, they always experience a decline in values. It always happens. A decline and erosion of family structures. Chaos. People seeking fulfillment from temporal pleasures. Yeah. Instead of the eternal truth. You see? Well, my deepest desire above all else is that one day they will come to know God, to truly encounter God, and to find in God a peace that surpasses all understanding. I long for them to lay down their burdens, fears, and their restless strivings, and instead rest in the refuge and the grace that only God provides. Yes, may their hearts be softened, their eyes opened, and their spirits drawn towards the truth of the gospel, the good news. For in God, they will discover a life full of transformation, one that is full of hope, forgiveness. Yes, it is my deepest prayer they will turn from the shadows of confusion, from darkness, all the turmoil, and come into the marvelous light of God's dear Son, Jesus Christ, and that life that's reflected by the glory, grace, peace, hope, and love. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe, and to comment. And also watch the next one. It's bye-bye for now.